What's up, Sooner Nation? That does it for the University of Oklahoma. One and done this year in the March Madness against Yukon, the two-time defending champ. And Jay, this is a game that OU had no business losing, and they lost. I'm just going to say that. They outplayed Yukon. They didn't make shots, period.
You're not going to win many games shooting the way they did.
OU was the better team tonight. They lost.
They defended great. They had effort. They couldn't make shots. You're not going to win many games when Goodine, Forsyth, Miles, and Kobe Elvis go one for whatever they did. So you know what? It's sad. I was hoping to see this team play another game. I mean, Fears is going to go down as one of a good. I mean, for the year he was at OU. I mean, you watching the NBA, he's going to.
Oh, he was phenomenal tonight, Jay. But to me,
what?
Jay, he was phenomenal tonight, but he disappeared the last 3 minutes.
Well, I mean, he had that one missed layup.
He did. He disappeared the last 3 minutes.
Part of the issue, though, Jerm, with Fears, and it's not Fears. If he gives the ball up, there's a good chance he's not getting it back.
Well, yeah, he shouldn't have given it up, Jay. Jay,
come on, man.
Jackson, no one's blaming this on Moser. OU didn't make shots. But I'm going to say this, Jay. There was one possession with 2:52 left. I think it was 2:52. Fears gave the ball to Miles, and Moser's like pulling his hair out, like, "What are you doing?"
Well,
after he gave it to him, Jay, he ran to the corner and stood there. Did you not see Moser over the sideline like losing his mind?
I'm not going to sit here and do blame on anybody. I think you miss shots, you lose games. Period. That's all we need to say. There's nothing else to say about it. They missed shots.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I wish they would have just died with Fears at the end, and they didn't. They turned the ball over. They missed way too many looks. They couldn't hit a three. Even the threes that went in came out. Fears was great. Wagee was absolutely great the second half. Jalen Moore no-showed in big moments again.
Jalen Moore had a better second half.
He still no-showed, Jay. He no-showed when it mattered.
But the positives of this game, they played really hard. They played great. I mean, the defense was outstanding. They just didn't make shots. That's all it is, man.
They should have lived and died by Fears, no doubt about it. You go 4 low or you say Fears, you're only passing if the guy's open. Otherwise,
the amount of texts I got from you during the game about what they should be doing, I couldn't handle it.
Cool, Jay. Jay, let me ask you a question. Was that Moser's last game at OU, in your opinion?
I don't know, Jerm. I like Moser, so I know we differ on that.
This game was not on Moser, but I agree with Donnie. I don't know why Glenn Taylor couldn't get more minutes tonight. Well, why Luke Northweather?
I would like to see him play a little bit more.
Why Luke Northweather got more minutes is unbelievable.
Hey, Hank.
And another thing, Donald, Bryson Goodine, they got a love fest with Bryson Goodine, but he's been bad the last half of the season.
That was Northweather. He came in for about 30 seconds. Oh, pulled him back out because he made a mistake.
Yeah, I think Moser goes to Nova, and it's not going to kill OU. The worst thing about OU is they lose. Their starting lineup, none of them's back next year.
No, I mean they lose a lot, but
my only issue, Jay, I thought it was unbelievable. Fears is unbelievable tonight, but you cannot go and hide the last 4 minutes of the game.
You didn't go and hide, Jerm. I'm not going to argue this with you. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not. I mean, you pass it. If you're talking about at the end when he passed it to Wagee 2 feet from the bucket.
Yeah. As he's fading away, Jay, he shouldn't have.
Okay, I'm not gonna do this.
Yeah, Greg got hugely in the lead with his bracket. Probably gonna win it.
Yeah, he's got a massive lead. He's had a great first round, man. I don't even know what his percentage is. It's pretty high. Hey, do we want to open
the weird thing about it is Spears was so good. Like, he was elite. He was by far the best player on the floor. I don't understand the last 3.5 minutes. I just don't get it.
What are you talking about? He had those shot he missed, the layup. What else are you talking about?
Jay, 2 or 3 possessions, he passed the ball when he should have just kept it.
Okay.
The one I'm really talking about, they're down 2, and he's got the ball at the top of the key. He gives the ball to Duke Miles, and then he goes to the corner and stands.
Well,
Poor Moser's like screaming.
I don't think he thought Miles was going to go try to take a guy one-on-one, Jerm. Okay. Now, I don't think he had a great last.
So if you think I'm wrong, tell me why Porter Moser was so mad.
I don't know. Do you know what Porter Moser said, Jerm? Were you just sitting on the bench with him? Because
he's saying, "What are you doing? Go back." Hey, everyone who's watching this, go back and watch with 2:50 or something left. After we missed a shot, Moser's yelling at Fears like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
I'm not that possession. I understand.
He could have been Jordan S. They could not guard him, Jay.
I agree. He was doing whatever he wanted to do.
This game isn't on. Jeremiah, leave the player alone. He was phenomenal. He was the best player on the floor. He played like a lottery pick. Sorry, I guess I'm just. Hey, Johnson, you can say what you want tonight. I guess I'll just say this. I guess I'm just a bad fan for wanting the best player on the floor to take over the game. My bad.
Hey, let's open the phone lines. But before we do, I gotta say this before we do.
Should have kept passing to Miles and Goodon and all them, right? Just let them win the game for you, huh? Is that what you want, Johnson? I'm fired up, Johnson.
I got to get this to Donnie. Forsyth was not good tonight. He was very hesitant on everything. He wouldn't shoot. It was not good.
That three go in and out, changed his demeanor.
Hey, I'm going to drop the phone line links in here. So I'm sure we'll have people want to call in tonight.
I'm not dumping on a kid. I just said it. By wishing he would have taken over the game is dumping on him. Okay, Johnson. Hey, Johnson, let me ask you a question when you call in tonight. If Michael Jordan would have just given the ball and went and stood in a corner, what would you have said? Oh, wait, he wouldn't have.
I think this game, two guys played really good for Oklahoma. Really
Spears
good.
And McGee, even though you texted me all first half and said McGee sucks, he shouldn't be on the floor.
No, I said he's not very athletic because he's not. We got a couple callers already on here. Let's get to Colin. Colin, you're on the line. What's up, Colin? Are you there?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, what you guys are saying is pinpoint to what I'm feeling. But I feel like, yes, Fears should have taken more shots late game with the hot hand. But it's hard for just one player in Fears to just win the whole game. You're going to have teammates and people step up.
100% agree.
Yukon started to just double team Fears. Even at the halftime, they said, we're just going to keep blitzing Fears and everyone but Fears beat us. And we tried our hardest there. But again, another thing that destroyed us was offensive rebounding. We got destroyed in the paint by the two bigs, even though they got into foul trouble. We just couldn't get second chance points off of them, and they just kept rebounding, and we had no chance after that.
Go ahead, Jay.
There was a couple of rebounds, second chance points they got that absolutely killed OU. One was off a free throw. It just absolutely killed them. Those free throws or those rebounds absolutely destroyed it. When you
I'm blaming
one and
Jalen Moore. Jalen Moore got one tough rebound. Other than that, he doesn't rebound for his size. It's pathetic.
The last thing I'll say is, without free throws, we probably lose by 20.
Yeah, but part of that
the free throws were keeping us in this game.
OU was causing the free. They were really pushing being aggressive.
You know what's crazy, Colin? OU couldn't get to the line the last 7 minutes, and they're in the double bonus. Couldn't get the line.
Well, I thought Fears got fouled a few times to the rack.
Yeah, that last few 3 minutes was really like pissing me off because it was we were down one, and we have Dalton Forsythe shooting. And then we have Duke Miles shooting. It's why are you not giving it to Fears in those close situations?
Exactly.
Colin,
That's my point.
Let me break down that play for you. Fears drives, gets double teamed, passes to Forsyth, wide open three. He pumps it, and then he gets a guy on him.
He passed to McGee.
Stop. Instead of passing it back to Fears, he decided to go one-on-one and do a fadeaway. That's not on Fears. So, guys.
No, it was a bad shot, but to me, he doesn't need to be passing the ball. So.
Yeah, all right, thank you guys.
Thanks, Colin. Tough loss. They played really hard, though. I give it up to him, man. It was a good game. Jackson, you're on the line.
What's up, guys? Definitely a game, Jay, I think you said it, or maybe it was Jeremy, start the show. A game in which Oklahoma was the better team on the court tonight.
No, they weren't. They lost.
Well, they were a better team than Yukon. Yeah, they shot 20%.
And they weren't closely defended.
I'm sorry. I don't like it when people say they were the better team, but they lost. They didn't score more points. They weren't the better team.
The thing
okay, Jay.
What is the number one reason why you went and got Kobe Elvis and Bryson Goodine and Duke Miles?
Kobe
For
Elvis
this,
barely played the whole second half, so.
for this time of year, and they show up and they do nothing, and it's just frustrating.
Well,
And
your guy
it's just,
Jalen Moore was a no-show tonight, so.
that's Jalen Moore in the second half played, I thought, much better than he did in the first half. And
He did.
I
He had
hate
a
the
good second
term
half.
no show because there's nine or 10 guys that play, and when 6 or 7 guys just don't show up, you're not going to win a basketball game in the state tournament. Flat out, point blank, period. You need other guys to step up and contribute. And
Goodine was terrible.
Bryson Goodine was horrible. It's the worst game he's probably played all year.
He's
And
been playing bad the
Oklahoma,
last 5 or 6.
and Oklahoma, they fought like hell defensively.
Oh,
They
yeah,
They
did
got
that.
after it.
And they got after UConn. I thought they were denying the ball extremely well, switching really, really well. They had hit a lot of tough shots. UConn did. But I thought Oklahoma, this was a game in which they had so many chances to win. And Jeremy, I do agree with you on this part. Jeremiah Fears in that last 4 minutes, he needs to be taking every single shot. The ball's not out of his hands. He
Yeah,
needs
but
he
you
needs to
guys
be
can
the guy
sit here and say
asserting
that all you
himself.
want, but if he
Jay,
just starts launching
Jay,
shots, both of you guys will
the
lose.
only
No
reason
one would have
Oklahoma
questioned it.
Yeah.
No, Jay, the only reason that Oklahoma's won half their games this year has been because of Jeremiah Fears. And they needed him again tonight. And if you ask me, that's an issue. And now we don't know if Moser's going to be here next season or not. That's another talk for another day. I know you guys don't want to talk about that. You want to talk about the game. But Jeremy, you said it, next year is probably going to be a completely new Oklahoma team no matter what happens. But I think it's just frustrating knowing that Oklahoma, they could have won this game. Once again, they get killed on the glass, been an issue all year long. Luke Northweather got exposed all year
Can't
long.
play him.
Got exposed and drop coverage. Why not try Jacob Cole-Everett? To me, that makes no sense. We're not a practice.
Glenn Taylor a little more.
Guys, who cares? I mean, you can't talk about that now. I mean,
Yeah, I know. I'm saying, but I'm not going to blame this loss on Moser because I don't
I'm
think
not
it
blaming it
was
on. I'm blaming it on
no,
I'm
no, no,
not
no, no.
blaming Moser.
No, yes, no, absolutely. I don't think you guys are at all. It's just frustrating knowing that Oklahoma, they could have won this game and they didn't. Now,
Yep.
I don't think that they would have beat Florida, but it would be nice to have a win in March Madness because this is a Yukon team that I flat out, they weren't even as good as I thought they were going to be.
And listen, I think Yukon was a better matchup than Gonzaga would have been. I mean, listen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but
they're
there were
bad
some 7 and
defensively.
10 seeds that would have been.
Yukon is bad defensively. I know you got good looks all night. Let's just call
Yeah,
it what
I
it
know.
is. They missed shots.
Well, and I think there was even a time with Oklahoma where they down by 4 or 5. Dayton Forsyth had a wide open 3 from the corner,
Passed
went
on
in
it.
and out.
Bad.
And Yukon, it went. I mean, yeah, it's frustrating. There's no words for it right now. I think all of us are frustrated in Oklahoma. They had so many chances to win this game tonight. Jeremiah Fears, I'll say, to be an 18-year-old kid and coming what he did this season in the
Unbelievable.
SEC is unbelievable. He started off the year rocky. Jeremy, we all gave him flack for it, but the way he ended the year was special. I mean, Jalen Moore, I thought he didn't play his best towards the end of the season compared to what he was doing to start in the middle part of the season. Mo McGee, I mean, he came in to give Oklahoma good opportunities this year. I thought he played well in all the chances he got. I think you could have used Sam Godwin tonight. I really do think you could have.
He wasn't ready.
But it doesn't matter. Oklahoma, they lost on the scoreboard at the end of the day, and it's just frustrating. But
Yep.
I'm hoping that Oklahoma. I mean, honestly, I don't really care if Moser stays or not because I don't know if it's going to make much of a difference. But no matter what, the program, the NIL investment's going to have to be there for Oklahoma's going to want to continue to compete.
Well, yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens moving on. Hey, thanks, Jackson. Appreciate it.
Let's get to Okie.
Let's get to Okie.
Okie, you're on the line.
All right. Well, that was a tough one.
Yeah.
I do want to be
What makes it so tough is I think it's a game OU should have won.
That is correct. And I will also be on the one team that says that. Do you guys remember when Buddy Hield took over the game against Oregon?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what Jeremiah Fears should have done tonight.
Now,
Totally different.
I
Totally
agree.
different, guys.
I get they were doubling him, but
Double teaming him every time.
not every time, Jay. No.
Pretty much, except on fast breaks.
Go watch the 3-minute mark, Jay. Just go watch it.
Yeah, I mean, we can't change what happened, but I mean, there was nobody, even two guys on him that could stay in front of him.
No one. Foul every time.
He's unbelievable. He's going to be.
So
Man,
I'm just saying, we know that he was not coming back next year. So why are we not letting him just say, all right, we're going to let you take over the game?
Moser wanted him to, I promise you.
He didn't, though. I'm just saying he didn't like, was, I don't know, did he not get the message? Did he, I'm confused by that part.
Look, he probably saw some double teams and thought, and you know what's crazy? They're at the end, OU was down, I think, 4 or 5. Jalen Moore has Dayton Forsyth wide open for 3 and sits there and tries to go amongst 3 people. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I think Forsyth should have pulled the trigger. I think he waited. He got the. Why was he like head fake? I mean, he had the shot wide open.
Freshman, big time moment there.
Yeah, the freshman got timid.
I'm just saying, you got a lottery pick, and he's not coming back next year. Why is he not taking over the last 3 minutes of the game when we need him in the biggest moment?
Hey, I agree. I'm going 4 low, and no one's. It's Jeremiah Fears every time. Either pull up from 3 or I'm getting in the lane. Period.
I mean, because we all saw that he was unguardable. I mean, no one could really stay in front of him. They pulled 2 guys out on top of him, and a big guy, 2 bigs at one point, and God, he was in their head so much that he was starting to get in Danny Hurley's head. I mean, come on, the guy was sitting over there, and let me just be the first to say too, I cannot stand that guy.
And I thought Moser outcoached him for the most part.
I mean, he was over there complaining that OU was talking like he said he won't shut up.
He told the ref, tell him to shut up. I'm like, wait.
Yes, I saw that too, Jay. Yeah, and it was just I wish he was in the SEC. As far as Moser staying or leaving, I don't know. I'd hate to see what would happen if he does leave, but it might end up being what the hard thing is about it. What the hard pill to swallow would be is if he does leave and then he becomes very uber successful at the next spot, and then we're looking back and saying, "Dang."
Hey, I got a hot take. Okay, and this, you guys will probably get upset with this, but also I do got to say Crystal's dead right. Buddy had so many players around him, it was unreal. But here's my hot take. If OU had NIL money and would have paid and got Garrison and kept Owe, this team's probably in the Final Four with Fears. Stop, Jeremy. If Fears came back next year and they got good players, like really good players around him, he's the guy that you could say.
I agree with that, Jay, but the if on the NIL stuff, they don't, so it doesn't matter. That's the dumbest thing. Well, yeah, if they would have got the best big man and paid and got and kept Owe, I mean, they didn't.
Yeah.
By the way, Uzan's another one, Jay. Can you imagine Fears with Uzan off the ball? Wow.
Okie, it's frustrating because they got that lead there, and I thought, okay, here we go. Because it kind of went the way the last month of the season went. They would get behind, they'd fight back. I mean, this team fought all the way till the end.
There is no blame on the effort, on Moser at all, on any of that. Kudos.
No, the only blame I have to say is why in the world was Northweather on the court? That guy's a liability. He's terrible.
Who else do you play?
Glenn Taylor.
He's size-wise, though, he can't.
Oh, please, Jay, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard from you.
Okay.
You would rather have Luke Northweather than Glenn Taylor.
How tall is Glenn Taylor? 6'7"?
You'll do anything to defend the man. It's unbelievable.
I'm not defending him.
Why, Jay? Why are you defending Northweather?
I don't think Northweather should play.
Are you giving him NIL money?
And got after it defensively.
Yeah, it was Northweather was awful when he was in there.
Thank you for finally saying that.
I never said he wasn't.
He shouldn't have played a minute.
He was terrible. He even saw Moser get on him and said, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, I didn't take long for him to yank him out every time.
Fears threw it wide open pass to him, and he was like, he went off his hands.
Hey, epitome was this, Okie. Kobe Elvis is running around full speed chasing solo ball. He comes around like 3 screens. Kobe Elvis is yelling at Northweather, show, to at least get out there and get a hand, give him time to get there. He literally stood there. I've never seen anything like it.
I honestly don't know if he has. Where did he transfer? Did we actually recruit this guy? Please tell me no.
He was the number one player out of Missouri.
What?
Yes. Number one player out of the state of Missouri.
Yeah.
Number one high school player out of the state of Missouri.
Yes.
Hey, KB, you haven't watched me in football season then, because I'm screaming all the time. Jeez.
He was the number one player out of Missouri? They must have terrible talent in that state.
Sure. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he was.
They must not be very talented then.
Yeah, it's unfortunate and it's disappointing because I wanted this team to give it another shot at Florida and see what happened. But
I wanted to see Jeremiah Fears again.
Oh yeah, I think everybody wanted to. I think everybody.
Yes. Oh, so how much?
I watch him in the NBA though.
So no percentage, 0. You're getting a 0 percentage that he comes back to OU.
0. He's gonna be a top 5 pick.
He's
gonna be a top 5 pick probably.
What if they gave him I don't know.
There's no chance.
He's gonna probably be a top 5 to 8 pick, no doubt about it.
What are they guaranteed for a top 5 pick?
A lot of money. I don't know what it is, but it's a lot of money. I don't know. There's no way you're passing that up. So.
And Alaska one, we'll play the percentages. The percentages that Moser is coming back next season.
I say 60%.
That he's coming back?
I'm gonna go right above 50. Yeah.
I'm going about 8%. 8% he's coming back. That's about the percentage OU shot tonight. Hey, thanks, Okie.
How much percentage you say?
8% that he's coming back.
8?
Yeah, I think he's going to Nova.
Oh, I was gonna go with like 65%, but
you're close with me. Then I'm saying 60. So
okay, all right.
Hey, thanks.
Appreciate it.
Hey,
see you, man.
Real quick, Jay, you can vouch for me. Like football games, you can ask Hunter, Jay, any of them. Go in the chat. I was as animated during football season. Now, I can't help it that you don't like basketball, KB. I can't help it that others don't like basketball. I like football. I like basketball. So, hey.
Hey, NIL commission. I know what mock drafts have them, but I've heard also that he's been
based on tonight. He's going higher.
He's been moving up the board a little bit. Hey, let's get to corrections. What's up?
Hey guys, how you doing?
What's going on, man?
I know. I think everybody's frustrated, but I didn't get to watch the game. I was driving and everything, and so I just listened to the broadcast with Toby. And you guys know I'm not an X and O guy in basketball, anyways. But kudos to the team, man. It sounds like they played their butt off, and it sounds like this. And I didn't get to watch the game. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. Sounds like this was probably their best defensive effort of the year.
Oh, and after it, man.
Yeah, and that's what's so frustrating is that, and we knew this going into the tournament, and it's like this every year. You live by the jump shot, you dive by the jump shot, and if you don't have any big guys down low, if the baskets aren't falling, you need to be able to go low, and we just don't have the big guys down low to do it. And it's kind of like the girls, when they lost in the SEC tournament, you hated to see them go out that way because they didn't play their best game, and it's just tonight, man, those rims were just looking awfully small to our guys tonight. And I feel bad for the team. They played their butts off. They represented, OU well. This team was dead and buried 4 or 5 weeks ago. They made the tournament. We were a one and done, but, they played their tails off. I can't be mad at the kids. I can't be mad at Porter. Whatever Porter decides to do, the best of luck. If he's back here, great. If he moves on to Nova, great. But, I can't be mad at these kids, man. They played their butts off, and and Fears. I mean, he should be at Men's Warehouse getting his tuxedo for his prom year. There for his for his prom, for his high school senior year, and for him the way he started SEC play not very well and came on strong, taking over the game. I'm just really impressed with that kid. It showed a lot of character. This team showed a lot of character when, everybody was bagging on him, and just proud of the university, proud of the team. And, we'll see what happens going forward, but hopefully we pump some money into the NIL and, make some improvements in the stadium, whether it's renovations or a new stadium. Can we please get some edible popcorn in the stadium at least, to bring fans in? I've heard that from multiple people. So, but
hey, the thing is too, I'll say this about Fears too. Spears is a guy with the amount of talent he has. He could have, I thought he did very well this year, just playing with the unit, not just going to be all about him. I thought he was really good at distributing the ball. I mean, he didn't just force things most of the time. So I think he was playing as a team. I thought even tonight, and a lot of us are saying maybe he should have shot the ball more, but he was getting double team, making great passes. This team played hard all the way down the stretch. You can't argue it. I mean, I agree with everything you said, Correction. It was a hard fought effort. When you miss shots, and you said jump shots, but they missed at least 6 layups.
Right. Yeah. And Toby Rowland was losing his mind. Yeah. And Jerm, I see you shaking your head, and I didn't get to watch this. I was listening to the broadcast, so I don't know. I'll just have to, defer to you guys on that who actually watched it. But
I was just shaking my head because I wanted Jeremiah Fears to take over. He was the best player on the floor. It wasn't even close. I wanted him to just take over, and he kind of was passive the last 3 minutes.
Right. And what was so frustrating, too, listening to the broadcast was he was playing such good defense, and then he would just make turnover after turnover. It's it was just really frustrating because you hate to lose this way. It's it's one thing that if you play a great game and you just get beat by a better team. And I felt like OU, even with 10 minutes left, I think I put it in Discord, I was like, we're going to win this game. And then we just kept turning the ball over, missing shots. The threes never, started falling. I thought the percentages for 3-point shots would, at least start evening out a little bit. They just never did. That basket was so small for our players tonight.
Yeah,
it's just frustrating to lose that way, man. It's just
in and out on threes. It was frustrating.
Yeah, and missing easy layups, and then it's just it's really frustrating. But these kids fought their tails off, and they represented the school well, and that's all you can ask. And you have a bad night. You have a bad night, man.
Yeah. Frustration, but
all you can say. I mean,
nothing about how they played. They played great, hard effort. Just couldn't hit shots. Moser, I think, had him really prepared. Can't criticize Moser at all. So,
yeah, and even though we lost tonight, they made me proud to be a Sooner fan. And that's all you can ask, man. They played their tails off, and sometimes you just come up short, and you just got to tip your cap to the other team. What do you do?
That's right. Thanks, Corrections, man.
Hey, real quick, have a good night. Boomer Sooner for life for Chester.
There you go.
Let me respond to Crystal because she called me out. First off, I know this isn't your first night watching us. I've been so critical of the head coach. What are you talking about? I have been more critical of Porter Moser than anyone on here. I promise you, 100%. So I don't understand what that has to do with it. Tonight, it was not on Moser. And by the way, I'll say it again so that people don't leave here and go out there or say that this guy's just blowing smoke. He doesn't know what the heck he's talking about. Jeremiah Fears was the best player on the floor. It wasn't even close. Jeremiah Fears was unbelievable tonight. I just wish they would have lost with Jeremiah Fears shooting. You know how many shots he shot, Jay? 3 total outside the paint. He wasn't shooting outside the paint. Wasn't even taking jumpers.
Yeah, he only shot. I think he shot 3 threes and he made 2 of them, I think, right?
So you guys in the chat and you, Jay, the people that would rather have McGee with the ball in his hands. And by the way, Greg God, he was playing like one when I said it. And that's the difference between me and others, Greg God, is I'm not scared to say when they're not playing great, I'm going to say it. When they're playing great, I'm going to give them so much kudos like I am tonight, period. You can call me out all you want. When he got Hey, Greg God, he got 0 points against A&M. I think it was he went on a stretch where he wasn't playing well. It's a fact. My goodness.
Yeah, I mean, I just okay.
Jeez, man. I'm glad I'm on my phone and not the computer.
I got to say this about Chad says this, but I read somewhere where there are no more. Whatever he bought, they've already picked up. There were no more left. It was kind of what I heard, but Wagee could return. Hey, I'll give it up to him. I give it up to him. He played so good.
He's a graduate transfer. He can't return, Danny.
I still disagree with you on something. He's not very athletic. I don't think he is.
Oh, I think he's athletic. He's just not coordinated.
It's an odd athletic though. It's not. I mean,
It's awkward. He's not coordinated.
Hey, that one time OU's down 4, Fears gets double team, makes almost like a no look past him. Nobody near him, and he pump fakes it.
Yeah, I should have.
Gets it blocked. Luckily, he just throws up, makes the one, and got fouled. But
if Wagee can come back, that's good for OU. Because look, the fact that he wasn't playing over Godwin is so insane to me.
Yeah, and hey, they do lose a ton of players, and
that's the other reason I think Moser's gone. It's his last ride with these guys. He's going elsewhere, dude.
Well, did you watch the Maryland coach at all?
Maryland dominated, Jay.
Did you watch that coach? Did you see his press conference yet? You need to go watch his press conference. Wow. Go watch it. It'll open your eyes to some things about NIL and stuff. I was shocked he said a lot of it, but he was very your word, Germ. Go watch it. He's very transparent. Go check it out.
The women's game is free. Is that really right?
I don't know. I don't know that.
That's embarrassing if it's
I don't know. Wait. How could it be free?
They can't use NCAA tournament. They can't have free.
Now, there's free tickets that Trey Young purchased, but I don't know how many there were.
Crystal.
Hey, Crystal. I don't think he's
Crystal, guess what? Newsflash, Crystal. They're not firing Porter Moser.
It would be him leaving if they.
He's leaving on his own if he leaves. Jeez.
And for Germ, for as much as you didn't want Godwin to play, he would have helped him tonight.
Jay, if that would have meant Northweather would have played 0 minutes, you're right.
Yeah. So.
Well, they're going to lose Spears, and he was the best player. So he was the way he played tonight was they're saying 150 tickets are free. I didn't know that, man. How?
Yeah, Trey Young bought a bunch. Hey, I got a trivia question. Right. I got a trivia question. Check out the FanStop, thefanstop.com. Make sure when you get there, use code Sergio, get 10% off your first 3 months. Check it out. Also, officially licensed merchandise, all the great stuff, hats, shirts, all of it. Also, I saw Colin's question about the college football bracket. Did he play? I believe
Colin beat Sawyer.
There's one more game I'm waiting on, and then we'll update it. So,
who is it? Who are you waiting on, Jay?
I believe Talon and Bryce, unless they've emailed me today and played it. So that would be the last first round matchup. Hey, here we go with trivia. This should be very easy if you watch the game. This was the first time Yukon trailed in the second half in how many consecutive games in the NCAA tournament? How many consecutive NCAA tournament games had the Yukon Huskies not trailed at half after half? Oh, you got him. They got him in the second half. They took the lead. So
by the way, NCAA is not giving.
There it is.
Tone Loc
right there. 11. Good job, Tone Loc.
Wait, Iowa coach? I think you mean Iowa State. There's no way he's going to leave Iowa State for OU. And by the way, Jay, the SEC outside there, they seem a little top heavy. SEC.
No, we had an argument about this today on the phone.
Well, I'm going off what someone said in here too, Jay.
Germ. Okay, Germ. How many SEC teams so far have lost that were favored? Missouri.
8 and 9 to me is like that's not an upset.
OU was a 4.5-point dog.
And I thought they were the better team. I thought Vanderbilt was the better team.
I thought you can't sit here and say the SEC's top heavy when you had teams that were lower seeded lose. I mean, come on now.
But you can say
corrections back on here. So,
hey guys,
SEC been great.
Hey, I just have to address this Matt Rhodes comment in the section. It's such a bad take that OU has the worst athletic programs, in the country. That is a ridiculous take. I mean, we have, a 4-time repeating, women's softball. I mean, women's gymnastics, men's gymnastics, basketball. Yeah, we didn't do great this year, but we still made the dance. Men's baseball. I mean, you go across the line. Yeah, football had a down year, but to say the entire athletics is a joke or down or no good across the country is such a stupid take.
Hey, well, you've been on here a lot. I usually go at him because he always says those things. I've kind of been ignoring it because he says those things often.
Well, it's ridiculous, and it's such a doomer, take. It's like, okay, if you want to take shots at, football's been down, okay, that's fine or whatever. But to say the entire OU athletics is like some of the worst in the country is ridiculous.
Yeah,
I mean,
there was one night he actually was positive. I couldn't believe it. I thought something was going on, but yeah, you're right. No, we all know the OU athletics is not horrible. Now,
yes, as a
basketball
whole,
and football
yeah.
haven't been good. Basketball and football haven't been good.
Yeah, but at least I think at least basketball, you can say it's like the Titanic, making a U-turn. It's headed in the right direction, I think. But I don't know. We'll have to see about that. And I think football's going to be headed in the right direction. But across the board, I mean, we have a great athletics department. And so many sports that at OU are doing so well, and it's just a dumb take. I just had to come on here and say that real quick.
All right,
Well,
man.
it worked.
Appreciate
Now
it.
you said OU athletics is absolutely elite. So whatever you said changes mine.
Hey,
Hey,
have a good one, man.
hey,
Sunshine pumping.
Crystal's
Have a
first,
good one, Collections.
Yep.
thanks for the super, Crystal. Appreciate it. And I'm going to answer your question because I know Jay and I are split on this.
Can I answer it too after you?
Yeah, I said Jay and I are split on this.
Okay.
So here's what I'm saying. I'm indifferent to it, is what I'll say. I think if Moser leaves on his own, OU doesn't have to pay the buyout. It's a change of scenery for him. I think it's not a bad. I don't think it hurts OU really. I'm not going to say it helps until I see who they hire. But now, Joey, I know you're a little different.
Here's what I'll say. And Crystal, first, thanks for the super. We do appreciate it. Here's what I'll say. I'm going to say what I've said for the last year or two. Porter Moser, I don't think that's the issue. I think it's more of Jerm, sit there. I don't care what you do. Put your hands in your face. I don't care. You are not going to be. This is what you're going to get until you start paying more money in NIL and basketball. Jerm, I don't care what you say. I'm sorry. They were picked 15th out of 16 in the SEC.
I'm so tired of hearing about it. Jay.
Okay, that's fine.
Should they have won tonight? With the players they had, should they have won tonight?
What you blaming this on Porter?
No. Should they have won tonight, even though they're NIL?
No. If they would have won if they had a big man. They didn't have a big man. Okay. Couldn't pay enough to get him.
By the way, Yukon did not win because of their big man. Second of all,
hold up.
Wait, Jay, who has more money, Kentucky or OU? Who has more NIL money?
Listen to me.
Who has more NIL money?
Listen to me real quick.
Who has more NIL money?
Then who?
Kentucky or OU basketball?
Kentucky.
Who should have won both games?
OU.
Okay, thanks.
So you're saying Porter Moser's a damn
but hey, OU was picked 15th. So hey, they did better than you thought. Hey.
So you're saying so what you're saying is
good season, guys. Good season, boys. Good season. Good season.
Let me get this straight.
Better than expected.
Let me get this straight. You're saying that Kentucky has more NIL money and OU should have beat him twice. So because OU has a better coach?
No, the players played great and they better coach. Okay. Oh, wait, look. It was bad coaching.
Okay, now let me say something. You be quiet for a second. Let me say something. Last year, offseason, OU loses Oweh. OU loses Uzan. OU gets Fears, but OU has a chance to get Brandon Garrison and Sean Padula. Stop. Sean Padula, both Oklahoma guys. Oklahoma area. I mean, Garrison was at Oklahoma State. Padula played right down the road from Norman. They didn't have enough NIL money to get them both, to get either.
How much did Padula get at Mississippi, okay?
Jeremy, I don't know. I'm just saying they had a chance to get both of them and they didn't, okay? So.
You know what they shouldn't have done, Jay? Lose Uzan, who took less money. Shouldn't have lost him.
Hey, I was telling somebody this today, and I think I'm pretty accurate with this. We'll see if you agree or disagree. If there was because you always go back to Kelvin Sampson and you go back to where you mainly go back to Lon Kruger at OU before NIL. If Porter Moser was coaching in that era at OU and guys were staying 3 or 4 years, Jerm, he would have some really good teams at OU.
Okay, what's that to do?
It's a different era. It's a different era, man. NIL is a different era.
First off, Porter Moser was fine tonight. I'm not blaming Porter Moser for the loss, but for the last 4 years, Porter Moser has been part of the issue. You can't deny it.
Yeah, but I could argue with your devil's advocate. No, listen, I could go devil's advocate for you and say they lost Uzan, they lost Owe. And what did Porter Moser do? He went out, they got Fears. He turned this whole squad, a new roster, Kobe Elvis, Duke Miles, got all these guys, penciled them together, and got this team working good towards the end of the year, and they made the tournament. Is that not true?
Yeah, I gave them kudos for making the tournament. Look, I get that you love them. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't get it.
I'm just saying.
I absolutely don't understand it. You cannot say anything negative. So basically, the 3-year hiatus from the NCAA tournament was because they had no NIL. Gotcha.
No, they were right on the cusp every year, Germ. They were right on the cusp. They didn't make it.
I've got to say that I saw Greg Gott's comment about Matt being mostly right. No, because Matt's been saying, you would lose 198 to 50. 2028 to 2, like he hadn't been right at all. If he'd have just said maybe they're losing, it's different.
I am not saying the standard at OU is to finish 14th out of 16.
Hey, but you are when you say they were predicted that.
They were predicted that. That's a fact. That's not an opinion. That's a fact. Go look it up. They were predicted 15 out of 16, Jerm.
Hey, and Crystal, correct. I have ripped BV for in-game coaching. Go back and listen to videos. I've said he hasn't been able to win close games. It's the same with Moser. In fact, I said if he didn't make the playoff this year, he should be gone. If he doesn't make the playoff, he should be gone. Just like I said, if Moser didn't make the tournament, he should be gone. Guess what? Moser made the tournament.
Well, and I'm nuts.
Hey, I guess I'll just say this: OU's broke, right? No, OU's broke, not being salty with it.
Listen. I'm nuts. I think that the difference really in this team under Porter Moser has been the big man talent. They haven't had any. That's been able to finish. What?
They haven't been able to finish games, Jason.
But they don't have big men. Germ, Tanner Groves, Sam Godwin.
Who got them guys, Jay?
Porter.
Okay, so stop it.
Hey, do you know in football it costs a lot of money to get a defensive lineman, does it not?
Unbelievable, man.
Wait, does it cost a lot of money to get a defensive lineman in football?
Apparently, Jay.
Do you think it costs a pretty good amount of money to get a big man college basketball?
Apparently it does, Jay.
I think it probably does to get a really good one. Now you can go find like this guy he's got coming in from high school, Kai Rogers, I think is really good.
Hey, and by the way, Greg Gott, no, I didn't say I want him back. I said if he made the tourney, they're not firing him. And I don't think they are firing him.
Hey, real quick, I want to make myself clear. I think people are getting confused. I am not saying that barely squeaking in the tournament is acceptable at OU.
You're saying that they're better than what they're predicted this year.
No, what I'm saying is this. I don't care who you bring. Listen, Germ. You done?
Yep. Go ahead.
I am saying we can sit here and argue all we want, Germ, about who the coach and who it should be. It's not going to matter who it is if they don't start doing more with NIL for basketball. That's all I'm saying.
See, there's teams in the tournament right now. Their NIL sucks, and they're still in it.
Well, that's true. Some of these mid-majors, but you know what? You know what Drake has, Germ? Drake has guys that have played together for 4 years.
Wait, so their coach kept them, okay? Or they went with their coach, correct?
They were Division II players last year, Germ.
Moser loses guys, Jay.
Okay, hey, listen, I am not sitting there back and saying that OU barely squeaking in the tournament. That's a great season. I'm not saying that. I like Porter Moser more than you because I think he actually can coach basketball. It hasn't worked out at OU for most seasons, but I actually do like him. I think he's a pretty good coach. But anyway, if he wants to leave, he'll be gone. I mean, so. Plenty of Division II big men we can afford one, and you're right. You could blame that they haven't hit on the guys they went after.
Yeah.
So I'm not accepting it. Okay, I'm not saying it's acceptable. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of frustration. I'm frustrated. The stash is going bye. OU Sooners are done. But. My phone's about dead tonight, but man, yeah, they let Caravan take over. It was bad. Fears went underneath the screen. Fears went underneath the screen. It was lazy defense. They get a wide open three. They go up 4. That hurt.
Yeah, I'm going to say this before we close here. I know we're getting ready to close, but the last 8 to 10 games of the season, I thought this team played their butts off. I really did. I thought they had really good chemistry together as a team. You didn't see a whole lot of bickering back and forth. I thought they played hard. You look at the schedule they played down the stretch to even get into the tournament. They got in there. I'm not saying it's acceptable. I wanted them to win tonight. They weren't going to beat Florida. Okay. And that dunk would have been amazing. By the way, he got fouled on it. He got fouled, but they didn't call it. But
yeah,
you know what? I give it up to this team for how hard they played. But it's not
I'll
acceptable.
echo all that, Jay.
What?
I'll echo every bit of what you said. Kudos to how hard they played. Jeremiah Fears was by far the best player on the floor. That dunk was unbelievable. It was good that he missed it because Wiggy got it and got an and one.
Wait, hold up. I got to interrupt.
They don't have more money than Yukon, Okie.
Yukon and Gonzaga, I guarantee you have more basketball.
Yeah, 100%. Sooner softball with the win. We'll talk more things tomorrow night, but it'll be interesting to see if there's any Moser news in the next couple of days. But hey, SEC hasn't been as good, Nathan. I agree. They haven't. I don't know what their overall record is. It's not great. But hey, thanks for watching. Appreciate the Super by Crystal. Appreciate everyone who called in and let us be frustrated. And we got to hear your frustrations. But basketball's in the books for OU men's basketball. It's in the books. We'll see y'all tomorrow night. We hope you have a super Saturday, and see you tomorrow night, guys.